Greetings After Effects buddies, let's take a look as Christmas is coming at making a nice snow globe that Santa, Merry Christmas, ho ho ho. Lovely stuff, there we go. Alright, so let's start with a new composition. Best place to start, new composition. Okay, I'll make it HD TV 1080-25, 10 seconds long is fine. I'll call this Snow Globe 2, as I've done another one. And hit OK. Right, so let's pop our background layer in. Layer new solid. Okay, I'll do the same colour as before. I'll call this background. And boom. I'm going to make that 3D. And I'll pop a light on this, which gives us a nice kind of vignetting effect. I might pull that back a little. Just get a nice kind of vignette. We can move that about later. Okay. That should be all right. Right, next up, we're going to do our globe. So I'll do a layer. Well, first of all, I'll just drag in this glass and then I can pre-compose it. So I'm going to drag in this glass. I found this just online. There's lots of like glass images, glass textures, and I'm going to transform. I'm going to fit this to the comp. So I'm going to use the transform menu, either by control or right clicking, or just go into layer and transform. There it is. Fit to comp. Boom. And I'm going to pre-compose that. And I'll call this globe. Okay. So now I'm going to find the CC sphere effect. There it is. And drop that onto my globe pre-comp. Alright. So I'm going to make the radius a little bigger. Something like that. And I don't want such dark shading, so I'm going to go into some of the shading options and maybe take the diffuse down a little, but take the ambient up, maybe about 50, maybe take that down, just so we get, maybe take the specular, just give us a little, just play about, soften that up a little bit, so we get some highlights, maybe make it a little more reflective, maybe a little brighter. That should be kind of okay. Alright. So I'm also going to take that layer and pre-compose it now, because I'm going to put another effect on this. So pre-compose, I'll just call it globe pre-comp. There we go, globe pre-comp. Okay. Alright. Now this layer, I want to set the blend mode on this layer. I'm going to set this to overlay. So we'll get there. Now we've got a nice kind of shininess coming through. Okay, from the background. So on this, I'm going to type in glass into my effects and presets. Because I want more of an edge. I want more of a shine around the edge. So I'll take the glass effect and drop that on. Okay, we get this. And I'll just again going to play with some of these settings. So for example, the light height, I can adjust that just to get in just a subtle amount, like okay, and I can change the height, see how much I want. Okay, so I've got a kind of a nice little sheen around there, so that's probably just enough. Don't want to go too much. Yeah, about there. So we can now, let's pop old Santa in there. I'll drop him underneath. There he is. Actually, quite a good size, quite a good fit already. So I'll probably just leave him there. All right. Maybe I'll just move him down a tiny amount. Hold shift, he'll come down in a straight line. Give him a bit of space for the snow. Okay. Now, next, let's make a base for this. So quite simply, I'm going to make use my shape tool and just draw a shape. This is going to be our kind of base shape. Drop that below Santa, and I just need to adjust this a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the shape of this. That's not bad. Oops, don't know how I opened that. There we go. Drag that in. Just get that to fit. And more. Okay. So that's going to be our kind of base. And then let's add a actual base like we have on this one. Okay, so I'm just going to make a new solid, and I'll make this nice sort of deepish red colour, maybe a little, a purpley one. Okay, and I'm going to use a mask, a rectangle mask, and I'm just going to take this and something like this. I'm going to pre-compose this layer. Pre-compose. I'll call it base. Okay, and on this I'll also put the CC sphere effect. Okay, and if I just move this a little, I'll get the kind of sphere I'm after. Up the other way. Move it up. Like that. I'll increase the radius. So, and then I can just move this down. And just beneath there. Again, I'm going to increase the radius. Just get it to a nice fit. So, just on the base. Okay, I've got it kind of move it over a little, maybe down. Okay, that's about right. I just need to now adjust this again to get it to fit. Okay, so just a bit of adjustment here. Take this there. Move that up, maybe take Santa and take this shape, and I just want to make this shape a little, a little rounder should help. Then my base, a little, increase the radius slightly. So I'll just play it about, just get it. Okay, that's about right. Maybe just move this down a tiny bit. Yeah, and just my globe layer. Actually, just want a tiny increase on the radius. Just okay. So I've got that. Got my base on top. Okay, looking quite good. Right, next up, we want to fill this with some snow. Okay, so let's do a new solid. I'm going to make this white. Okay, and on this, I'm going to type snow, CC snowfall, and I'm not going to composite on original. There we go. So I've got all this snow. I'm going to increase the size a bit. Okay. I have lots of flakes and increase the wiggle. Yeah. And variance. Yeah. What a kind of nicely scattering snow. Just move all these up. There we go. That's pretty good. And again, I'll pre-compose this. I'll call this snow. I'm going to move this below the globe layer. And then on this one, I'm going to take the track matte there. And when we set a track matte, it turns a layer above it off. But I want to just make sure I click on the eyedrop to bring that on. Alright, so now we've got ourselves Santa. It is snow globe. Okay, so to finish this off, I want to add some text. So let's have Merry Christmas. There we are. Merry Christmas. And what I'm going to do with this text, I'm just going to select my ellipse tool and I'm going to just draw hold down shift, draw a circle around the globe. Just use this to adjust that. Good, just make it a tiny bit bigger. Okay. And then open up my text options, text, path options. Okay, text, path. I'm going to set to mask 1. I'm going to reverse the path. Okay, and then let's make the text a little smaller. There we are. And then I'm going to just use this first margin setting to move that around. Get it like so. Okay, that's about right. And then what I'm going to do is just open up the animate and I'm going to add opacity. Okay, and also blur. Okay, so I'm going to blur the text up and set the opacity to 0 and then use the range selector. Okay, so I'll start maybe about 2 seconds. I'll keyframe the end. Keyframe the start and then move the start to 100%. So our range selector, you can see the range selector, this little line here. So when it gets to the end, nothing's inside the range. So the text animates on with a fade and a blur. I don't want that little pause. Okay, so I can always go into the advanced settings here. Animator 1, range selector, advanced, and characters excluding spaces. So it kind of looks smoother without, just draws on. Merry Christmas. Now the last thing I did was make it look like the snow is kind of settling. Okay, so on my snow layer I added a rectangle mask like so. Okay, and let's just go to the start and I can just click on this to adjust the path. Let's get it started about here. If I hit F for feather, I'm going to feather, oops, Big Santa. I'm going to feather this mask out and then I'm just going to keyframe, press M for mask path. I'm just going to keyframe the path. So click on here, bring down my mask so that our snow fades away like a real snow globe. So as you can see, this. Then on this snow layer, I'm just going to press S for scale. Going to make sure the anchor point for this layer is in the center, so I'm going to center anchor point in layer content. Okay, then I'm going to uncheck the box to keep the scale like uniform and just add a keyframe and go to the end of the comp and just scale up the height. Okay, so that kind of as the snow's falling, the base is slowly, just very subtly growing. The Merry Christmas, and there you go, that's our Christmas snow globe. Now one thing I want to do is I just want to get rid of this gap at the bottom. Here's a little thing to be aware of. If I select all these, okay, and start dragging them down, that actually works fine. I was going to parent them together, but actually I could just do that. There's no problem. Just select all and drag them down. There we have our Christmas snow globe. Thanks for watching. Cheers.